Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and realizing that everything you thought you knew about weight loss was only half the story. Imagine discovering a method so simple, so natural, yet so profoundly powerful that it completely shifts the way you look at your body, your habits, and your potential. Now imagine that method isn't coming from a celebrity fitness influencer or the latest trending fad, but from someone who has dedicated decades to studying the body, nature, and how the two work together. Because today, we're talking about the urgent, eye-opening weight loss insights shared by Barbara O'Neill, insights that people all over the world say have changed not only their waistlines, but their entire relationship with health. And trust me, once you hear what she reveals, you won't look at your daily choices the same way again. Before we dive in, I want you to settle in and really listen. Not with the goal of being entertained, but with the intention of being transformed. Because for many people, this exact moment becomes the turning point. They look back on the moment when something finally clicked. When they stopped fighting their bodies and started understanding them. When they stopped chasing results and started supporting systems. And if you've been stuck, discouraged, or confused, wondering why your weight loss journey feels like an uphill battle, right now is your moment. Because today you're going to learn the powerful principles that Barbara O'Neill emphasizes again and again. And I'm going to break them down in a way that feels practical, doable, and deeply empowering. So let's begin with one of the biggest truths she emphasizes over and over. Your body doesn't lose weight because you punish it, restrict it, or wage war against it. It loses weight when you support it. When you remove the things that burden it, when you align with what the body was naturally designed to do, and that shift in mindset alone can make all the difference. Most people wake up thinking, how do I lose weight today? But what Barbara teaches is to wake up and ask instead, how do I help my body work the way it's supposed to? One of the core principles she talks about is something so basic, yet so ignored in modern life, digestion. And this is where everything begins. She often explains that digestion takes more energy than anything else your body does in a normal day. Think about that for a moment. More energy than walking, thinking, working, even exercising. Which means if your digestive system is constantly overloaded with heavy meals, processed additives, late night eating, and food combinations your body struggles with, you're draining the very energy your body needs to burn fat. She points out that most people are not overweight because they're eating too much in quantity, but because they're eating too much in complexity, too many mixtures, too many foods at once, too many ingredients that don't cooperate inside the gut. When digestion slows, everything slows, metabolism slows, detoxification slows, fat burning slows. You start storing instead of releasing. And once you understand this principle, you suddenly see why so many people feel stuck even when they're trying their best. So the first major key she emphasizes is simplicity. Not starvation, not misery, not obsession, just simplicity. She talks about giving the digestive system meals it can handle one step at a time. Meals that are clean, predictable, and natural. Foods that your great-great-grandparents would recognize. Foods that come from the earth, not a factory. She explains that the digestive system works best when meals don't compete with each other. If you want to lose weight, lighten the load. Allow your body to direct its energy to healing, restoring, and burning fat instead of fighting through complex combinations. Now, another powerful insight she highlights is something most people never think about: timing. Not what you eat, but when you eat. And this is where so many people set themselves up for failure without even realizing it. The body follows cycles of repair, cleansing, and energy regulation. And when you constantly eat around the clock, especially late into the night, you interrupt the body's ability to do what it's supposed to do after sunset: cleanse, repair, regenerate. She often explains that nighttime eating is one of the biggest contributors to stubborn weight gain because the body simply can't digest efficiently while preparing for sleep. When the digestive system is active during hours when it should be resting, everything gets thrown off. Sleep quality worsens. Hormones become unbalanced. Fat storage increases. She shares this principle again and again. The earlier you eat, the better your body burns. The later you eat, the more your body stores. For many people, Just shifting their last meal earlier even, without changing the food itself, leads to noticeable weight loss. And it makes sense. Give your body time, give it space, give it the conditions it needs. You don't need perfection, just consistency. And once you try this, you start to feel the difference. You sleep lighter, you wake up clearer, your stomach feels calmer, and the scale starts responding, not because you're dieting, but because you're aligning with a biological truth. But the next principle might be the most important of all: hydration. Not just water hydration. There's a difference. Barbara explains that the body cannot burn fat efficiently when it's dehydrated. Fat metabolism requires hydration at a cellular level, which means your water needs to actually reach your cells, not just pass through you. And that means not just drinking more, but drinking better. She talks about the importance of early morning hydration, before coffee, before breakfast, before anything. Because nighttime is when your body performs its deep internal cleaning, and morning is when it needs water the most to flush those toxins out. When you start your day with water, even a few glasses short, giving your system the signal to wake up, cleanse, activate, and begin metabolizing, you're telling your body, let's get things moving. And here's the part she emphasizes that surprises many people. Water alone isn't always enough. Hydration also depends on minerals, especially the minerals that modern diets lack. She explains that without minerals, water can struggle to enter the cells. So adding natural mineral sources like lemon, a pinch of quality salt, or even drinking water-rich fruits can amplify hydration dramatically. And when your cells are hydrated, everything works better. Digestion, energy, metabolism, fat burning, all of it, and you feel it. You feel lighter, more awake, less bloated. It's like giving your body the fuel it has been waiting for. Now let's talk about movement, because this is another area where she brings a refreshing perspective. She emphasizes that movement should support the body, not exhaust it. And this is where so many people go wrong. They think that extreme workouts are the key to weight loss, that you have to punish yourself, sweat buckets, and push through pain. But she explains that the body loses weight most efficiently when cortisol, your stress hormone, is balanced. And extreme workouts can spike cortisol like crazy, especially when paired with lack of sleep or poor nutrition. High cortisol makes your body cling to fat, especially around the belly. So instead of destroying yourself with intense routines, she reminds people to choose movement that supports the nervous system. Walking, stretching, deep breathing, outdoor movement, consistency over intensity. She often explains that walking, especially after meals, is one of the most underrated weight loss tools on the planet. It helps digestion, it stabilizes blood sugar, it reduces stress hormones, and it signals the body that it's safe. And a body that feels safe burns more fat. You don't need to run marathons or join hardcore programs, simply need to move with purpose every single day. Not for punishment, for partnership, not to burn calories, to support your body. Another major insight she shares revolves around the liver, and this one is huge. She explains that the liver plays one of the biggest roles in weight loss, yet it's the most neglected organ. People forget that every toxin, every chemical, every processed ingredient, every late night meal, every heavy food, all of it lands on the liver's shoulders. And when the liver's overworked, fat burning slows dramatically. She often uses the analogy of a washing machine. If the machine is overloaded, it can't clean properly. The same goes for the liver. So she emphasizes giving the liver a break, eating foods that support it rather than burden it, hydrating, resting, avoiding heavy late night meals, and reducing processed foods that force the liver to work overtime. When you support your liver, weight loss becomes easier, steadier, and more natural. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful areas she highlights: stress. And not stress in the emotional sense alone, but stress in the biological sense. The body is always listening. When you're overwhelmed, exhausted, anxious, or tense, your hormones shift. Your digestive system tightens. Your energy becomes scattered. Your metabolism slows to conserve resources. Stress makes your body hold on to fat because it thinks you're in survival mode. And one of the most powerful things she teaches is that deep breathing is not a luxury, it's a metabolic tool. Think about that. Something as simple as breathing deeply can help calm your nervous system, lower cortisol, improve metabolism, and even reduce cravings. When oxygen increases, circulation improves. When circulation improves, detoxification improves. When detoxification improves, fat burning improves. Fat burning improves. Your breath can literally change the chemistry of your body within minutes. She emphasizes taking time each day, especially during moments of tension, to pause and breathe deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Calm, steady, intentional. It's simple, it's free, and it's powerful. Now let's move into a principle she repeats often: sunlight. And this might surprise you, but she calls sunlight one of the greatest health tools we have, especially when it comes to hormone balance and weight regulation. Morning sunlight helps regulate circadian rhythms, boosts mood, increases serotonin, which later converts to melatonin for better sleep. And better sleep is directly linked to weight loss. In fact, poor sleep has been shown repeatedly to lead to weight gain, cravings, slower metabolism, and hormonal imbalance. When you get sunlight on your skin and in your eyes, especially in the morning, you anchor your clock for the day, you sleep better at night, you burn fat more efficiently, your appetite becomes more stable, and you feel more grounded. It's such a simple practice, yet incredibly transformative. She also emphasizes something people overlook: the power of fresh air. Fresh air oxygenates your cells. It boosts circulation. It clears your mind, it energizes you. And when your cells are oxygenated, your metabolism becomes more efficient. Many people spend their days in closed rooms, artificial environments, stale air, but when you step outside, breathe deeply, and let nature reset your system, your body responds immediately. Now let's talk about emotional patterns with food. Because Barbara O'Neill often highlights that weight gain is not always about what you eat, it's about why you eat. Many people eat from habit, boredom, stress, or emotional exhaustion. And she emphasizes becoming aware of these patterns, not judging yourself, not shaming yourself, just becoming aware. When you become conscious of why you reach for certain foods, you begin to take your power back. You stop eating automatically and start eating intentionally. You stop using food to fill emotional gaps and start using it to nourish your body. This level of awareness isn't just about weight loss, it's about personal freedom. She often shares the importance of slowing down while eating, chewing properly, allowing the digestive system to prepare, eating without screens, eating without rushing, because the way you eat affects how your body absorbs and processes food. When you eat quickly, you override your body's satiety signals. You eat more than you need, you overwhelm your digestive system. But when you eat slowly, mindfully, your body guides you. You feel full sooner, you feel satisfied with less, you digest better, and your metabolism stays steady. Now let's talk about one of the most empowering insights she shares. The body is not your enemy. Your body is constantly trying to heal you, balance you, protect you, and support you. Weight gain is not a failure. It's a signal. It's your body saying something is out of balance, something needs attention, and when you understand what your body needs, transformation becomes natural. She often reminds people to be patient with their bodies, to give themselves grace, to understand that healing takes time, that weight loss is not a race. It's a process of alignment, a process of cooperation, a process of learning how to support your biology instead of sabotaging it. And once you begin to treat your body with kindness rather than frustration, your entire journey becomes lighter. You no longer wake up feeling defeated. You wake up feeling hopeful. You begin to trust yourself again. Another powerful principle she teaches is the concept of nourishment. Real nourishment. Not just calories or macros, but nutrients. She talks about the importance of whole foods, foods rich in fiber, vitamins, enzymes, and natural energy. Foods that tell your body you are safe, you have what you need, you can let go. Because when the body senses scarcity, nutritional scarcity holds on to fat, but when it senses abundance, nutritional abundance, it releases it. She emphasizes focusing on foods that come from the earth, vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, grains, simple meals made from simple ingredients. She encourages people to eat foods that make them feel light, energized, and vibrant. Foods that support digestion rather than overwhelm it. Foods that support balance rather than chaos. And here's one of the most important things she reminds us. Weight loss does not come from doing one big thing. It comes from doing many small things consistently. Drinking water first thing in the morning, getting sunlight, moving daily, eating earlier, choosing simpler meals, breathing deeply, going outside, sleeping properly, reducing stress, supporting digestion, supporting the liver, and most importantly, listening to your body. When all these small practices come together, something incredible happens. You begin to feel different, your energy changes, your cravings change, your habits change. And suddenly, weight loss becomes effortless not because you're forcing it, but because your body is finally aligned, and this is where your journey begins, not with perfection, not with rules, not with pressure, but with awareness, with intention, with the willingness to support your body in the ways it has been asking for all along. This is not about dieting. This is about freedom. This is about understanding your body at a deeper level. This is about working with your biology instead of against it. So as you listen to these principles, I want you to imagine applying them one by one. Imagine waking up and drinking water before anything else. Imagine stepping outside into the morning sunlight. Imagine choosing a simple, nourishing meal. Imagine taking a walk after eating. Imagine going to bed earlier, allowing your digestive system to rest. Imagine pausing during moments of stress, placing your hand on your chest, and breathing deeply. Imagine giving your liver the break it has been begging for. Imagine choosing foods that energize your body instead of draining it. Imagine replacing judgment with kindness. Imagine taking back control, one powerful choice at a time, because that's what this is really about. Not quick fixes, not temporary solutions, not intense diets. It's about reclaiming your mind and your body. It's about learning how your biology works so you can finally step into the health and energy you deserve. And once you experience that shift even once, you'll never go back. You'll never look at your habits the same way again. You'll never treat your body the same way again. You'll begin to feel lighter, not only physically, but emotionally. You'll start waking up with clarity, energy, and a sense of direction, and the weight. It begins to take care of itself. Because weight loss is not about fighting your body. It's about freeing it. It's about removing the blockages. It's about aligning with rhythms that have existed long before diets, long before trends, long before the confusion of modern lifestyle. These principles are natural because your body is natural. They're simple because your body thrives on simplicity. And they work because your body is designed to heal when you give it the chance. Your body is capable. Your body is intelligent. Your body is ready. This is your moment to step into understanding, step into alignment, and step into the version of yourself that has been waiting underneath all the noise, all the stress, all the confusion, and all the heaviness. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin one choice, one step, one day at a time. And once you begin, everything changes.